I love it. I love it. It, it's gorgeous. Alright, so let's get started. Now for today's video, well, first of all, hi, how are you? How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. I'm alright. For today's video, I'm going to be reviewing and giving you my first impressions on the MyBeautyBrand products. So they sent me the Now United palette, and I also have some other products right here. I have the Janine eyeliner, and I also have the Nikki Deroest lip oil. So I'm very excited to try these products out because I never tried MyBeautyBrand makeup before, and I have no idea like what they do, who they are, so I'm really excited to discover their products. Let's start by doing some swatches. So I'm going to start by swatching the Now United palette. So when I first saw this palette, I'm obsessed. Like, do you see how colorful this palette is? This palette has so much color, and I'm so excited about it because I have so many neutral shades, and I'm really the kind of person to love a good colorful palette. And I'm kind of really surprised with the matte eyeshadows. The matte eyeshadows, they have a lot of payoff. Maybe the only shade that's looking a little bit patchy swatched is the very dark blue shade. But again, I don't really like to base my opinion on swatches just because sometimes swatches can be very misleading. Swatches are really nice to get a feel of the colors in the palette, but not so much the application. And the shimmers I'm kind of underwhelmed. They are more of a like satin type of metallic eyeshadow. They don't have a lot of glitter. Now the lip oil is clear and this is actually supposed to change colors. So this is a clear to pink type of like lip oil. I'm going to swatch it just to see if it is going to change colors on my hand. So here we have it right here. It's clear and it is turning a little bit pink. And because today I'm going to be starting with my eyes, I just want to hydrate my lips really quickly. So I'm going to try this product out right now just to see if it is going to like make my lips hydrated. Okay, I kind of really like the applicator. It has a lot of movement, and it really does hug the lips quite nicely. And it also feels quite comfortable. It's not like a really liquidy or too thick oil. It's kind of a really nice in between. So yes, that's pretty much that for the swatches. I'm going to start doing the makeup. So I'm going to be starting with my eyes. I have no idea what type of look I want to do today. So I'm going to be taking my MAC Pro Longwear paint pot in the shade Painterly. I'm just going to take some of that on my finger. I'm just going to do one eye at a time today. So I'm just taking this primer and I'm going to pack this on my lid, doing small tapping motions. Okay, the more this lip oil is sitting on my lips, the darker it gets. Excuse you. I do like this shade. This shade is really cute. It's like a bubblegum pink, Barbie pink shade. It's not the kind of shade I would go for, but maybe on a like everyday basis, this could look really cute. So I think I'm going to start by going into the shade called Hopeful. This looks like a beautiful green blue shade, a very light, bright shade. I'm going to take that shade with my JH42 brush. This is a very small, precise packing brush, and I'm going to use that shade just to like start and sketch out what kind of eyeshadow shape I want to create. I don't really know what kind of eyeshadow I want to do today, but like usual, I'm just going to go with it and hopefully it's going to turn out good. So I'm just placing this in my inner corners. Ooh, that's really bright. You see how bright this is? Wow. I'm just placing this right here in my inner corner, in the crease of my inner corner. This shade is very bright. And I'm also going to do the same on the outer corner. So I'm going to start and blend this shade into the crease. But I think I want to create a very rounded shape today. I'm going to leave the center of the lid empty. And then I'm going to start and connect the line. I'm going to curve it into the lash line. And then I'm just going to smoke the shade close to my lash line, kind of creating a little bit of a wing. I'm going to do the same in my inner corner, so I'm just going to start and bring this towards my lash line. And when my brush almost has no eyeshadow on it, I'm just going to start and blend this shade going into the center of my eye. I just want to create a little bit of a gradient from blue to my lid color. And it's crazy how this shade is so buildable. Like, you can really pack this on. And by the way, my lips are looking so pink. I don't really like pink lipstick that much, so I'm not really sure how I feel about this lip shade. The more it's sitting on my lips, the more it's starting to look very pink, like bright pink. How stupid am I? Oh my god. I wanted to go into the shade called Hopeful, but I went in the shade Self-Esteem. I wanted to go in the shade Hopeful. Darn it. Oh my god, I'm very tired. I'm very like out of my mind. Okay, scrap that shade. I went in the shade Self-Esteem, not Hopeful. Okay, I think I have an idea. But I think what I want to do next, this is probably the worst idea I ever had in my whole life, but you know, I gotta try it. I gotta do it. I'm going to go in the shade called Kindness, which is the very deep blue shade. I'm taking that on a lavish brush. This is a very small, precise blender packing brush. I'm going to tap off the excess, and this shade I'm actually going to place in the center of my eye. So I'm kind of going to do a reverse halo eye. So I'm just going to start and pack this right here in the center of my lid. But I'm really curious to see how this is going to look. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to hate it. Oh gosh darn it. Okay, so this shade does have a lot of pigment, but I feel like it's a little bit patchy. Like it's kind of clinging on certain areas. I think I hate it. Oh my god, what have I done? What have I done? I'm going to go back into the shade Self-Esteem, and I'm just going to intensify the shade just a little bit and blend this into the darker blue shade. I think I like this. Okay, the more I'm like having this on my eye, the more I think I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and use the shade Positivity, which is a very pretty royal blue shimmer shade. I'm going to take that on my finger and I'm going to pack this on the center of the lid, and let's hope it's going to look good. So I'm just placing this on my lid just because I want to give some more definition to the look. I think I preferred the look when it was all matte, not gonna lie. So I'm just going to go back on top with the very deep shade just to mattify this shimmer a little bit. And also I noticed that the blue shimmery shade, I did have a little bit of difficulty trying to make it stick to my lid just because I had that like darker eyeshadow underneath it. It wasn't really wanting to stick on my lid, and I definitely have fallout. That shimmery blue shade definitely gave me fallout on my lid. I'm thinking about doing something and I'm probably going to hate it. I'm going to take the Kindness shade, that very deep shade, on a very small, precise brush, and I'm just going to elongate and create kind of a V on this outer corner, but I'm going to carve out this right here. So I'm just going to, oh actually, I was planning on doing kind of a wing, but I think I might just follow that shape. What am I doing? Like, what is this look? What am I doing? Oh my god. And I'm also taking this on my lower lash line just a little bit. Next, I think I'm going to go ahead and use a beveled brush with the shade Self-Esteem, which is the light blue shade. And I'm going to place this on my waterline right here. Not the waterline, like right underneath my eye. Just to continue the shape of the blue under my eye right here. It's crazy how this shade is so pigmented, even on top of that really dark shade. This shade is crazy. And I'm going to connect it to my inner corners right here. So I'm putting this all over my lower lash line. And with that same angled brush, I'm going to go into the deep blue shade, and I'm going to underline that shade we just applied. Yeah, I think I should stop there. This look is so weird. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about this, because I don't know. I really don't know. I think I'm just going to go ahead and like do my complexion makeup, and I'm going to hope that everything comes together. And if it doesn't, then Oh wow, I can just start over. So let's work on the complexion. I'm going to start by priming my skin. I'm going to be using my glassy balm. I really want to do a very dewy type of complexion today, so I'm going to use my Touch in Sol Glass Primer. And I'm just going to take some of that. For my concealer, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my favorites. This is the Rare Beauty Concealer in the shade 130N. Like, I'm halfway through this concealer. This concealer I've been using for every single day since I bought it. So I'm just going to take some of that and place this on the high points of my face. And today I don't want too much coverage. I really want my complexion to look very natural. So I'm not going to do too much concealer. And if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Mia and I don't like foundation. I do like foundation, but I don't really like to use it that often. I'd rather like do some spot concealing and then doing my bronzer and maybe a little bit of powder on certain areas of my face. Or I can also just do a little bit of foundation on certain areas of my face. Maybe I just didn't really find a good lightweight foundation yet. If you have any recommendation, let me know in the comments below. So I'm just taking my Morphe sponge and I'm just going to blend this concealer in my face. I'm going to take a smaller one for my under eye. And I'm going to be careful around my eyeshadow. Alright, and now for my bronzer, just because I want to stick with the dewy, very fresh makeup, I'm going to be using my Tower 28 bronzer. This is in the shade West Coast. I'm going to grab that on my Morphe sponge. I'm really going to put this in here. And I'm just going to place this on the perimeter of my face just to give more color and a healthy look to the skin. This bronzer is gorgeous, gorgeous. And as you can see, it gives the most natural shine. I'm also going to take some of that on my nose, a little bit on my chin. Okay, so now that I have my complexion makeup, some of my complexion makeup, I'm starting to like the look a little bit more. It's still really weird, but what can you do? You won't know if you won't try. For my blush, I think I'm going to go for this one. This is the Milk Lip and Cheek Stick in the shade Rally. I'm going to take that blush on my sponge and I'm just going to dab this on the very high points of my cheeks. I've been really liking putting blush like right here under my cheeks. I'm also going to put some on the temples just to make everything more unified. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to do. And then for my highlight, I'm going to take my Rare Beauty highlight in the shade Enchant. This is their liquid highlight. I'm going to take some of that on the back of my hand. I'm going to take some of that and I'm just going to dab this on the high points of my cheeks. This highlight is gorgeous. And I've been also really liking to put highlight right here before the brow, just because in photos the light really hits this point and I really like it when it's shiny. So the complexion is pretty much done. So as you can see, like, I've been loving these products together. I've been especially really loving Rare Beauty complexion makeup. Everything is so beautiful and like, okay, let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a up-to-date glass skin makeup tutorial, like a full-on skin tutorial, because I've been discovering new ways to do glass skin and like I feel like the techniques that I have right now are much nicer than my old like glass skin tutorials. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a updated glass skin makeup tutorial. But enough talking. Next, I'm going to fill in my brows. I'm going to be using my Benefit. This is the Goof Proof Eyebrow Pencil. I'm just going to fill my brows in using this. I think I need a very bold brow with this crazy eye look. Alright, and next I'm going to be using my 24-hour brow setter. This is super glue for your brows. If you're looking for the best eyebrow gel, look no further. This one is amazing. Although I really want to try the new ABH like clear brow pomade. I'm really curious to try that. So I'm just going to use that to really fluff my brows up. Next, I think what I want to do, I actually want to smoke the line out. I don't think I like it being very harsh. So I'm going to take a brush to start with nothing on it. This is a JH40 brush. And I'm just going to smoke this line out a little bit more. So I'm just going to try and blend that shade out, doing very small circular motions. And this shade is actually blending quite nicely. I'm shocked. Here we go. So that's pretty much the look for today. I'm going to go ahead and use some mascara, but before I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm going to be using the Benefit Magnetic Mascara. I've been loving this mascara. This mascara does a lot of things for your lashes. It divides them, it gives them volume, length. I do really like it, and it's really fast to use also. Okay, I'm kind of really happy that I decided not to remove this makeup look, just because the more I'm wearing it, the more I like it. Last thing to do is the lips, and for my lips I think I'm just going to be using this lip oil, but I'm just going to apply some lip liner just to define my lips a little bit more. So I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever Artist color pencil in the shade Endless Cacao, and I'm just going to line my lips with this. I'm going to do some contouring. All right, and then let's reapply the oil. Yeah, I think I don't really like this lip color with this eye look. I'm going to be using the Morphe Lip Gloss in the shade Freebird. This is a beautiful brown nude shade, and Morphe glosses, they have so much pigment. So I'm just going to put some of that on my lips, but nothing too crazy. I don't want to put too much. I just want to make this lip color not as pink. All right, everyone, so here we have it. This is the finished look. Actually, I lied. I want to do some white liner in my waterline, so I'm going to take my Yves Rocher Kohl liner in the shade Blanc. So here we go. Now the look is finished. I'm going to sum everything up. You probably already know my opinion, but like usual, I always like just to sum everything up. So first thing, I did not get to try the eyeliner, but like it looks like a good eyeliner. I really wanted to try and use this eyeliner today, but do you see this? Do you see this makeup look? Like I can't put eyeliner on here. It's already so weird and so bizarre that if I were to add more makeup on my eyes, it would just be too much. So this I'm going to give it a try maybe in another video. Next, for the lip oil, I do really like this lip oil. The formula is very hydrating. It's not too much of a liquid oil, and it's not too oily at the same time. It's like a really pretty in between. It gives a really nice shine to the lips, and it does turn pink, like very pink. So I feel like if you were to apply just a little bit, it would not be as pink as what I had. If you do apply a lot of this oil, then your lips will be very bright pink. I'm not really the kind of person to like bright pink shades. I always prefer a nude brown shade. So I feel like I would use this on a regular basis, but I would apply a very fine layer just so that there is not too much pink on the lips. And then for the eyeshadow palette, like it's so intense. Like I'm really stupid because I really wanted to use the shade Hopeful, but for some reason I just went into the shade called Self-Esteem, and I'm kind of really happy I did because this shade is so bright, so bright. Like it's crazy how bright this shade is. And also I noticed how this shade, it's so pigmented that it goes over darker eyeshadows beautifully. Like it can really hide darker colors. It's crazy how intense this shade is. This one, the shade called Kindness, was also really pretty. Maybe just a little bit harder to get a opaque even layer of color. It is a darker shade, so sometimes that can happen. I also noticed that the shimmer shades, I did have a little bit of trouble trying to get the shimmer shade to stick on my lid. It was really pretty. It was a satin metallic type of finish, but yes, I do really like it, and the more I'm wearing this makeup look, the more I love it. Makeup is just so fun, because let me know in the comments below if you do like my type of videos where I just sit down, play with makeup, and we'll see what the makeup look will be like, and having no expectations. I feel like it's such a cool concept, and I'm always having so much fun filming. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the makeup Mondays. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.